Ron DeSantis 2024 was a psyop. It was an op. It was a trick. It was phony. Ron DeSantis did not try to win in 2024. I've been piling up evidence, and there's just so much. Here's the most recent one. Libs of TikTok? I thought Libs of TikTok was a DeSantis person, but if you're running a psyop in which you want to divide the populist right, it doesn't really matter who you go after. But I don't think Libs of TikTok openly supported anybody. I don't know, but I just got the impression that they were more, Haya was more DeSantis, but I don't even know. I'm just talking out of school here. But look what happened. Libs of TikTok said, the last thing I ever thought I'd be doing on a Wednesday afternoon is defending myself against Ron DeSantis. And I think she phrased it like that because she really thinks that that she was kind of on his side. That's the impression I get. Obviously, she was phrasing that because she was never against him. She wasn't like Dilly Team or anything like against him. I made a sarcastic comment about Florida apparently allowing illegals to get driver's license because a woke state attorney literally told an illegal to get a license. I'm not going to cover that side. I'm just focusing on DeSantis for this one. I clarified twice in the subsequent post that Florida law doesn't allow illegals to get licenses and demanded accountability from the state attorney who was trying to subvert Florida law. These corrections were made hours before DeSantis attacked me and hours before the community note was published. So what? She can be wrong. I don't even know if she was wrong. She was just joking. Who cares? Now the governor she wasn't doing it as an attack on DeSantis. Now the governor who I've only ever congratulated for his wins and have never attacked is publicly attacking me, calling me a liar and a grifter. Just wow. That's probably somebody running his campaign. But this is what it is. This is what's happening. I'm tired of y'all ignoring this. I understand DeSantis wanted to correct the record, and this post could have been a correction championing Florida's credible record on illegal immigration. Instead, it turned into a personal attack. She's absolutely right. Even if you wanted to correct, I'm going to read DeSantis' post here in a second. Even if you wanted to correct Ron DeSantis, Libs of TikTok, you wouldn't do it like this. She's not your enemy. For the record, I think DeSantis is a good governor. I've publicly said this and still stand by it. This personal attack from him is disappointing. From the Ron DeSantis verified account, Libs of TikTok got community noted for lying about Florida law, which not only prohibits illegal aliens from getting driver's licenses, but also prohibits recognition of licenses issued to illegal aliens from other states. Truth shouldn't be a casualty of attempts to generate clicks and engagement farm. Yeah, and then I went back and I replied to Haya, and I was like, I've had enough of this. I keep telling you guys he was an op. I give you evidence after evidence after evidence that he was an op, and you guys don't believe that he was an op. You don't think it's true. So look at this. This is the op. If you don't know, I've broken down this multiple times. Everything makes sense. Why didn't Ron DeSantis wait? They needed him to run in 2024 to divide the populist right. These types typically use race and identity to divide the populace, but that doesn't work within the populist right. The populist right doesn't really care for the most part about race like that. The plan is to have Ron DeSantis sabotage Trump so he loses to Biden. That explains, I've been wondering, why didn't they sub out Biden? There's people, including DeSantis, who want Biden to run and win. So maybe there is Obama out there that, who knows, allegedly could be funding some of this pro-Palestinian stuff to kind of get Biden out of there. But I think overall, the establishment wants Trump and MAGA gone. That's the priority over getting Biden a win. So over anything else, they want Biden to win, but it's not even about Biden or Trump. It's about just ending MAGA. If you don't end MAGA now in 2024, if Trump wins, he anoints his son, Vivek, Carrie Lake, Marjorie Taylor Greene, whoever else, Matt Gaetz, to be the next MAGA, and now you could have a MAGA run. So if Trump wins this election, man, that is going to be a significant. I haven't talked about this. If Trump wins this election, that is a significant thing. That would be very, very significant if Trump wins this election. We'll see what happens. I don't want to black pill anybody. I just don't think it's going to happen. But this explains everything, doesn't it? It explains why DeSantis never addressed MAGA. The people who have strongly supported him were never against him. This explains why he looked so awkward all the time. And then as soon as he dropped out, he went back to, he was still stiff, but he's not like when he was running for president. He didn't want to win. This explains why, because he knew he wasn't going to win. So he really wanted to sabotage. This explains why DeSantis would fake endorse Trump, yet keep the Civil War going at the same time. He wants Trump to win the primary, but the DeSantis wing to stay angry. He doesn't want unity within the GOP, the Trump-DeSantis camps. His whole purpose was to divide. That's why he launched his campaign on the Twitter Spaces and didn't do a live event after that, like right after it as a launch. He wanted to launch online, be online, cause the Civil War online. He baited everyone, baited me, baited Dilly Team and everyone. We got played. The goal is to reclaim the GOP from the populist right. They will use the Pelosi wrap-up smear after the election and blame it on Trump. And I hate to say it, Matt, it might even involve other people too. I mean, when you look at it, there's topics being brought up right now that I'm like, why is it being brought up? Matt Walsh brought up Social Security, and so did Ben Shapiro. They're both right. They're both right on Social Security, but why are we talking about that? It's very hard to explain. Nobody thinks it's a good talking point for Trump. I think Ben Shapiro and Matt Walsh want to sabotage Trump. They want Biden to win, so Ron DeSantis. If Trump loses 2024, it's a stain. It doesn't mean that Kerry Lake or somebody else couldn't win in 2028 or his son. But what it does mean, it would be very hard. It would be much harder for them to win. That's what this whole thing is about, man. It's that simple. And I'm tired of pretending like it's not.